Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder David Dahl.
And a swing and a miss for strike one, as that's how this new season of baseball will get underway. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down and enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. David Dahl becomes the first out of the inning. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Worth going back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. Here's Chris Bryant now.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
Matt, this could be a real special inning. They've already hit a home run here, and now the real power is starting to come to the plate. We might be in for a light show.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Wieters waits on it. 2 down.
Batting fourth.
So digging in now, number 35. He stands in for the first time in this one. Here's a bouncing ball now, headed for the shortstop, Segura. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder Trey Turner.
Nope. Ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Just got a piece up the line. Foul ball, however, strike one. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Into the box now, Gene Segura, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball one. Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase. 2 gone. Now batting, Ryan Zimmerman. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective. 0-2 with this guy. This could be the worst scenario you want. He's got 4.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Digging in now, Ben Zobrist. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Ben Zobrist.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
I like how he's pitching. He chased that pitch 0-1. Well, go right back up there again. He went back up there 0-2. He laid off it. That's okay. Now you go see if you can get him out another way.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Ben Zobrist becomes the first out of the inning.
Russell.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike one.
That's a bad approach right there. Look, you may get that pitch later in the at-bat. If you're going to take a swing first pitch, it's got to be a ball you can drive. And that was not the pitch.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. The pitch. Hard hit ball to short. Segura backhands it deep in the hole. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. There's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
The catcher,
first shot 40. For him here with a runner at first now and one away. First pitch on its way. In the dirt here. Here comes the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Worth ranging back to the track. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
First baseman number
Standing
3.
in, Chris Taylor. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Lays off 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Springer has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's George Springer. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Right fielder, George Springer.
Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Here's a big swing now by Springer, but he was a little early that time as it finds the seats foul. Here comes another 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. George Springer is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Anthony Rendon is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Called strike 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one. After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. Zobrist is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So striding forward now, Kyle Hendricks. 9-1-2 due
Kyle
up.
Hendricks.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit high. from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Rendon down at third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Dahl. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Softly hit out to short, and that'll be the second out. Striding in once again, Javier Baez. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Well, that was 2 quick outs right there, getting those guys in front of him, but now the 2-hitter comes to the plate. Right here, you look to either get on base any way you can, hit a gapper.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Striding into the box, Jason Worth. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Jason Worth.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the run is Dahl. And there's the first hit of the game for the Nats. The tag, and he is out at second. Now at the plate, Logan Forsythe.
Second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Late that time for a strike. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2.
Oh, that was a good job of spoiling a good pitch right there. 2-strike breaking ball right on the corner, and he was able to foul it off.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Digging in, Drew Smiley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Hey, Matt, you're the pitcher. There's 2 outs, nobody on. You're letting it fly, right? I'd be doing the same thing like he just did right there. 2 big swings, and he has nothing yet.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. And that ends the inning. Ready for another chance? Chris Bryant comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Chris Bryant.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, that pitch was like a backdoor cutter, if you will. It starts well off the plate and almost cuts back to the corner. That's a tough pitch to hit if you could throw it for a strike.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Chris Bryant goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Number 35 is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are two away now.
Number 18,
Digging in to
Zobrist.
try it again, Ben Zobrist. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The cutter runs outside, ball one. Here comes the 1-0. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Smoke toward third. Rendon has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in for his second at-bat, Trey
Leading
Turner.
up the fourth
He's
inning,
0 for 1 thus
Center
far.
fielder, Trey Turner.
Into the windup and the pitch. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Taylor has it, and it's a quick out, number one. Now
The
in the
batter,
box,
number 2,
Gene Segura.
shortstop,
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Segura.
Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out. We're coming right after you and being aggressive. Right now, I think they're just being aggressive.
Giving chase is Dahl. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Here's the pitch. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. So stepping in, Addison Russell. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Addison Russell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Don't speed up his bat here, Matt. 2 fastballs, he blew right by him. I would have to come right back with another fastball. Let's see what he does.
Wilson Contreras will be next. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
The catcher, number 40.
At the plate, Wilson Contreras comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And this one's in the dirt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A high fastball is in there. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up on the backhand. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Digging in, Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Taylor.
From the stretch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
A throw behind the runner at second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play. Into the box now, Kyle Hendricks. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Hendricks.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Obviously, he wants to help himself out right here. With 2 strikes, that's going to be difficult to do. Let's see if he can put the ball in play.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Here's George Springer. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Right fielder, George.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs. A ball and a strike.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. George Springer is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Anthony Rendon is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Matt, here we are in the 5th inning, and he swings at a ball out of the zone. It's indicative of how they're playing right now. He's taking advantage of their aggressiveness, and that's why there's a shutout going.
1-2 now.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. Do you see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
So he got him swinging. Anthony Rendon becomes out number 2 this inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Matt Wieters is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive, but foul. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
David Dahl.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
And a fastball just a bit up.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Heading after it is Turner, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Javier Baez. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now.
D-Rock.
2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Wieters gathers it, and the throw to first is there to record the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Bryant. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a liner, but foul. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Here it comes. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And the throw to first ends the inning. Here's Jason Worth. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Left fielder, Jason Worth.
That's a ball.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a liner, but foul. And the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Logan Forsythe comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
0-1 count. Here it comes. A wave and a miss.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game, and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
And he rings up another one, make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Drew Smiley.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Zobrist will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Ready for another chance? Number 35. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle, and there's his first base hit in this one. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Nobody out, runner on first. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. 1-1 now to Zobrist. Curveball that time, not even close. Zobrist awaiting the 2-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Shortstop.
Ready once again, Addison Russell. It was a walk in his last trip. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him. Well, he just threw that fastball by him. Runners on first with 1 down. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Striding in once again, Wilson Contreras. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. High in the air out to center field. Turner's under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Digging in to try it again, Trey Turner.
Leading off
He's
for the
0 for
Nationals.
2 thus far in this one.
Center fielder, Trey Turner.
Justin Grimm comes on to pitch from bullpen now in an unexpected move. He's their closer, so it's a surprise to see him here in the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
So, he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now, I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Trey Turner is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Gene Segura swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Oh, he reached back and challenged him right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
Boy, that's just about in the catcher's glove there. It's 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
First baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Ryan Zimmerman is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. Contreras gathers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Digging in, Chris Taylor. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Chris Taylor.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. Segura backhands it deep in the hole, and he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort, and that ought to be scored an infield single.
The pitcher, number 52.
So striding forward now, Justin Grimm. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have for the starting pitcher. I think he wanted that pitch right there. But you know what? He's been throwing the ball real well tonight, and he's been getting a lot of favorable calls from the umpire, too.
Zimmerman in foul ground makes the play, 1 away. Ready for another shot now. David Dahl. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. In the dirt here. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now ball line foul up and over the Nationals dugout.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are
and his game of hide and seek ends as he's tagged out to end the inning. Juan Paniagua is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Juan Paniagua.
Stepping into the box, George Springer.
Leading off
been a
for
strikeout
Washington.
victim twice in this
Right
one.
Fielder George Springer.
And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. 1-0 pitch on the way. And a sinking fastball that stayed a little high apparently.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, this is not how he wanted to come into this game out of the bullpen. The leadoff man of the inning, he finds himself down 3-0 in count. He's got to take a deep breath, refocus, and get back in this game. It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. If you got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Rendon.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Anthony Rendon comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-1.
That ball's right down the middle, and this guy's hitting in the middle of your order, and he wasn't able to hit it. That's how nasty his slider is. Here it is. You still can't hit it.
Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Oh, wow. That's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow. Not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Here's Javier Baez. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th.
Javier Baez.
Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that one right down Main Street. from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Wieters has it, but the throw is not in time. Baez is aboard after the strikeout. Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Sean Kelly.
Number 27, Sean Kelly.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people. So he's continued to dominate with the heater and not check off of it much.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And he misses there. 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Digging in and looking for more. Number 35. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here it comes, 1-0. Just a tick behind for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And now a balk has been called here as he came to the plate too quickly. And you can forget about that double play now as the runner moves into scoring position with 1 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner has a beat on it. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist, trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Liner towards second. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Here's Jason Worth. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus
for the
far.
Nationals here in the bottom of the 9th. Left fielder, number 28.
Manny Parra enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. This is hit on the ground, but foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up at. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Second baseman.
Digging in once again, Logan Forsythe. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. First delivery to him on the way. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. Standing in now, the pitcher, Sean Kelly. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. Michael Taylor will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And that's waved at and missed. So now the Nationals are down to their final strike here. On the ground to the left side. Russell's got it. Throw on to first will be in time to get him. And the Cubs move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, everyone wants to get their season off on the right foot and feel like all the hard work during the offseason and spring training has paid off. He came out here excited to play a real game again, and he really had a great game.
1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on.